on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. 'Cause this is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. 'Cause this is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Y'all, please hit that like button on your way in the building. I hope everybody's having a good day today. Again, punch that like button. Y'all give me a second. I just need to log into something real quick. Try to get my film stuff up. All right. Yeah, punch that like button. We're going to be going over player grades, PFF, and we might even get into some film study this morning. Punch that like button as we get ready to get started. Bear with me one moment. All right, we almost here. All right. Oh boy. All right. All right. TD, you spoke too fast with your hype. Yeah, I know. Why so early? Just getting it out today, man. Y'all gotta understand my voice is on this last string. I want to get this out the way so maybe I can rest it for the rest of the evening. You feeling better? I'm fine. I'm fine. It's just my voice, my throat. So just gotta get it back. That's all. I'm not sick or nothing like that. I'm fine. It's just losing my voice. Simply I think just overworking it. It's that simple. Um you listen to Dr. Bree. I've been on it, bro. I've been on it. I've been on it. I promise you. Right. Oh boy. Brandon Jones looked lost. Who you telling? Who are you telling? All right. 6, 3. Thanks for y'all patience. I'm finna get started in just a moment. All right. Okay. Continue. Yes, I'm logging in. TD, do you think any other coaches say anything to Nick Fangio about how the defense is playing? Yeah. Mike McDaniel will. To get started, you need yeah, Mike McDaniel will for sure. I mean, he's definitely gonna have a conversation with Fangio. No question about it. But again, Fangio don't answer to him. He answered to Greer, and I've been telling y'all that. So it's just more of a conversation. That's about all it's gonna be. Mm. Again, thanks for y'all patience. We need Jalen Ramsey ASAP. No question about it. But hey, you ain't got him ASAP. That's the problem. That's the problem. We don't have him ASAP. Just all right. Two-step verification. 913. Sorry, y'all. I clear my cache, on my computer, and it logged me out of everything. It logged me out of everything. So I'm just logging back in. Up to the devices. All right. Successful. All right, we're good. So let's see if we're good now. Okay, yes, it's me. It's cool, TD. Take your time. I appreciate you, homie. Like literally, when the countdown was going on, I cleared my cache so that the all work. There we go. All right, I'm in. We're good. All right, we're good. Let me turn this off now. I don't need it anymore. What up, T Rich? Fangio not in his right mind. Listen, man, Fangio garbage. Y'all hit that like button, man. We got over 100 people in here already. Y'all hit that like button. Fangio defense right is absolute garbage. It's just the reality. Will he improve it? Maybe a little bit. We'll have some games. Uh, what I want to say to everybody is, listen, I look at football from a bigger lens, a bigger picture. I'm not into now. I'm not, into. I think I've graduated from the hope because sometimes you can have hope, but facts need to reign supreme, and you have to use wisdom. It's good to have faith, but at the same token, I have faith in nothing but my maker. So with that being said, I like to look at things from a realistic approach. At the end of the day, this defense is going to struggle all season. We're going to have some games where we look like we're the best defense in the league, and that's when we play the scrubs. Like when we play the Giants next week, we should look like the same thing that we looked like in Denver. We should be able to do this. I mean, Daniel Jones just gives up free picks. I mean, but if we don't like literally play great defense against the Giants, then it ain't no hope for us this season on defense. There ain't no hope for us this season on defense if we don't play great defense versus the Giants. I don't care when Ramsey come back now. Let me tell you something. Ramsey ain't the issue. Ramsey not being here, Jalen Phillips not being here is not the issue. Now, teams ain't gonna be picking on certain people as much. But it ain't like our system still don't give up all that little underneath dink and dunk 8 yards at a time stuff. Ramsey can be here. That ain't gonna change that. It's just with him not being here, they're like, hey, let's go deep too. Let's take shots on the sideline against these bums. But if he was to shut down his corner, it ain't like Herbert and them and what's his name, Mac Jones and freaking Russell Wilson didn't eat us up in the middle of the field in the 8 yards at a time. So I'm sorry. It's Fangio's scheme. And he's showing not to be as good of a coach that people make him out to be because he's not adjusting to a scheme that'll work for this personnel. You know what scheme worked for this personnel? A better, the one that we had last year and the year before. For this personnel. Last year's defense and the one the year before will work better with this personnel. That's neither here nor there. All right. Let me take this off the screen and let's get to work. This stream is being brought to you by Mojo Fantasy, ladies and gentlemen. Use code TDFINS for a 100% deposit match up to $100. QR code is right here on the screen. Also, the link is in the description of the video as well. Take advantage of it. Sign up for Mojo Fantasy. Even if you don't want to play the games, download the app for me. It'll definitely support the channel. Also, if you do download the app, I'm urging you just play the free games and win some free money. Play the free games that they have on game nights and game days and win free money. I'm just saying. All right. Monster Chill said, so basically we jumped the gun with Boyer. It wasn't a you have to also understand this. It wasn't a Mike McDaniel guy. You know, Mike McDaniel also is going to come in and try to get rid of everything from the past. Yeah, you got to think about that too. That's a big part of it. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna pull up my report card for Tua, and then we're gonna pull up PFF. Okay. Every week, last week we missed doing this, but this week we're gonna make sure that we hit it. This week we're gonna make sure that we hit it. So I'm gonna share my screen. All right, let me move this real quick. Make sure we all can see it. All right. All right, so hopefully you can see the screen. Here is where we are right now with this Tua Tagovailoa's year 4 evaluation and grades by TD. This is my evaluation chart that we chart every week and then give an overall grade. We already went over week 1 and 2. Most people really agreed with the grading so far. We didn't go over week 3, and week 4 is in now as well. So let's quickly go over week 3. Another A++. What some people don't realize is Tua was even better in week 1 than week 2. One thing that's going to carry Tua's grade this year that's going to always help his grade is his yardage, because we put Tua at 4,500 yards on the season, which is 258.82 yards per game. Let me see on time 17. Let me make sure. No, we put him at 4,400 yards on the season. Okay. And that's basically 258 yards and 82.82. And the one thing it's going to always carry him all season, it's that yardage grade. I don't see a game. It's going to be hard for Tua to really be under his totals. He only had one game so far under the total, and it was barely, and that was week 2 versus the Patriots. It's going to be very easy. Even in a bad game, he can get his yards, you know, when you got guys like Tyreek Waddle and stuff like that, and how much we throw the ball. So that's one of his strongest suits, just picking up yards this year in this system. So as you can see, week 3, 105.8 on my grading scale is what I rated him. And this isn't subjective. This isn't I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna say how I feel. I just plug the numbers into the weights that we talked about, and then we come up with a composite score. Okay. And as you can see, week 3, he had 4 touchdowns. That gave him a 2 score because it's 0.5 for each one. because we want him. I put him at an average of 2 touchdowns a game. So since he doubled that, he got 2 whole values for that. All right. Interceptions. That's where. Well, excuse me. This is the wrong color. Y'all forgive me. That's where Tua. At the end of the day, he just has to be better in this area. Yeah, he has to be better in this area. The interceptions just are not good. And I actually did that wrong. Hold on, let me see. That is green. Excuse me. That's green. He gets a full value for it. He gets credit for it. And on these is 0.71 because he didn't quite he did not have an interception. All right, so yeah, week 3 was amazing by Tua. Week 4, he still put up the yardage. He did a good job in yardage. The touchdowns, he got half of his goal for each week. He only got 1. Interceptions, he did throw 1, so he didn't get a full value. It was 0.71, basically what I average out a game. And then the run score wasn't high, but that's a small weight anyway. What really hurt him is his PFF grade. PFF had him at a 59.3. In which I agree. Some people, it's just sad they don't know how to, really read how a quarterback does in a game. See, this is the difference. This is the difference between the people who obsess over Tua and those who are honest about Tua. All right, and those who hate on Tua. The people who hate on Tua, they would say he had an F. The people who obsess about Tua, they would say he had an A. The reason why is because the people who hate on Tua, they're only going to focus on the last 3 quarters. The people who obsess about Tua, all they remember in their head is how good he looked in the first 2 drives. Everything else is like a blur to them. It's a blur. They don't even remember what happened in the last 3 quarters. It's like a blur to them. All they remember is how he sliced and diced in the first 2 drives, and then the next 9 drives, they don't remember anything. But I took all 11 drives. I look at all 11 drives, and I agree with PFF that Tua was it was a lot worse than it seemed, and we'll talk about that. We'll talk about why PFF gave him a 59.3. See, for the last few weeks, I had certain people texting me and stuff. Tua's number 1 in PFF. He's still number 1 in PFF on the season. But all of a sudden, he gets 1 terrible PFF grade, and this is bogus. This is bogus. No, Tua Tagovailoa was a C- on Sunday, and when we go over the film, you'll see why. We'll break it all down. We will break it all down, ladies and gentlemen. You will see, because I've already seen some of the film. Nobody around him helped him. But there were many times he also didn't help himself. First 2 drives were a thing of beauty. It was just so easy. And we'll show you that. After that, they took away the scheme, and nobody, Tua included, Tyreek included, Waddle included, every member of the O-line, all the running backs, they all played worse than a C. And the problem is, truth be told, a lot of them played like a D for most of the game. But them first 2 drives saved them all. The first 2 drives at least made it respectable for almost everybody. All right. But yeah, Tua is a C- on the day. Let's move on down to his overall grade. He is a 98. It's still an A+. The previous weeks are carrying him, so it doesn't hurt him. And this is a prime example of everybody's allowed to have games like that here and there. His overall is still phenomenal. This is a prime example. His overall on the season so far is still phenomenal. Now, the only thing that I had to adjust is the run rate, because there was no run grade for week 3. So that's going to be divided by 3. So every week I'm going to divide that lower. Okay. A+. Tua on the season on my scale is a 98, which is an A plus so far for the season. Even with the bad game, he is still an A plus. He is still an A plus, ladies and gentlemen. So it ain't nothing to be bummed out about. Week 4, don't cry about it. It happens. It happens, but his overall play is an A plus. And I think one of the big things, as long as Tua stays healthy, he's going to end up, doing what he needs to do for us this season and end up with the target above 85. It's going to be hard for him not to. It's going to be hard for him not to. Put a few more of these purple games together and, you're going to have some bad ones. TD, if the season would have ended today, is Tua a franchise quarterback? Yeah, I've already said last week that Tua is a franchise quarterback to me now. I'm not going to let this one game ruin that, but it is concerning long term because, see, I want to know if Tua can operate a system outside of this one that was built specifically for him. And that's the issue. Because as more and more teams start taking away the system, people need to understand. People think that it was just one bad game. No, the Buffalo Bills absolutely took your system away. When they ran zone coverage in them next 9 drives, they dropped all of their linebackers just like San Francisco did. When they ran man coverage in those drives, they played it just like the Chargers did last year. They gave us the both worlds. When they stayed in the zone after them first 2 drives, they dropped them linebackers deep. Tua had nowhere to go. Well, in some cases he did, but he hesitated and he took all. See, this is the problem. When Tua is anticipating, he's good. When they take away Tua don't anticipate after his first read. He just looks for the second one, and if it's open, he'll deliver, which is good, but there ain't no more anticipation by him. He only anticipates on his first read. And when you take that away, it takes away the timing of his anticipation. So can he run a system outside of this one? Because sometimes you're going to have to scheme up a whole nother system to beat certain teams because they just got your number. Can he do it? I agree, Caesar. Every QB is in a system, but coaches, for some QBs, they could switch up the system. Josh Allen can go from a pro-style system, and if they're all over that, they can switch to the RPO. Then they could switch to the, you see what I'm saying? The spread. There are different offenses. This is the one that has hid Tua's weaknesses the most, but when you play man press coverage against it, ain't no more hiding. Now, everybody ain't going to play no man press because they ain't got the athletes to do so. It's only about 4 teams in this league. They got the athletes to do it. But the sucky thing for the Dolphins is we'll stay in this system, be like, well, there's only 4 teams. Well, hey, we'll win 13 games and lose 4 and don't care. Then go into the playoffs, and then you're going to meet one of them 4 and get waxed. And everybody's like, it was still a successful season. What are y'all playing for? The only thing on my mind is a Super Bowl. I don't care nothing about we finally won a playoff game, man. Y'all, our expectations are so low. That's why we always lose. That's why we always lose. Because our expectations are low. If we could just win a playoff game, okay, and then next year is your last year having all this talent? Well, maybe we'll win 2 then. All right, and then all the talent gone, and you right back to being a wild card or an 8-win team. Because, ladies and gentlemen, how long do you think Tyreek and Armstead is going to be on this roster? How long do you think Armstead and Tyreek going to be on this roster? What y'all see them on the roster 4 years from now? You better not think Armstead gonna be here 4 years from now. And you think Tyreek gonna be on this roster 4 years from now? What, we gonna trade Waddle or we gonna pay both of them $30 million? Nobody in this NFL got two receivers making over $45 million probably. And what, we gonna dish out 60 to 65 million for Tyreek and Waddle? You think we gonna do that? And if we do, which is possible, where else you gonna suffer? And you wonder why Chris Greer and them laughing and talk about, y'all worried about the O-line more than us. Yeah, I know you're not worried about it because you ain't got no money. You can't commit to no real O-lineman long term because you know you ain't got no money long term. People don't think about that stuff. They just think about the now. And when you look at the now, all you asking for is a playoff win. If you're going to be thinking about only the now, then you should be kicking and screaming about what can we do now to win a Super Bowl now. Because, ladies and gentlemen, this roster will not get any better than it is today. It will not get any better. Now you got Jalen Ramsey. And how long is X going to be here now? Let's include him in there. Who you going to replace X with? His time coming to an end. Who you going to replace him with? Or do you keep him and keep on just watching his decline? Getting older and slower? If you ain't noticing that, then that's your business. I'm starting to think that the reason why he didn't follow Diggs is they was protecting X. He ain't the same. Let's keep him on another guy and give him the better help in Javon Holland. I'm starting to think that they literally are just covering it up. Westlock, you're right. Unfortunately, you're right. The Dolphins for the next several years might be just good enough to keep us watching. And 3 years from now, if we ain't win nothing and everything I'm telling y'all come to fruition, they're going to still label me the negative fan, but everything I'm saying ends up being right. Again, we don't demand, like I'm giving us the blueprint of what we need to do. K Flexen said X did his job. No, he didn't. Not making no $25 million a year, being a leader on this team. Your job is supposed to be, I'm taking digs. I'm taking digs. That's his job. Take them. After the game, he said he wanted to guard Diggs. Then why did he wait early in the fourth quarter to do it? On the last possession, I see him down in a crouching position like, come on, Diggs. Don't tell me you want to guard somebody when you making $25 million a year. You go guard them. You go to your defensive coordinator and you tell him, put me on him. And if you don't, then we got real problems. Now, if I hear him say that after the game, I was telling them I wanted Diggs. They wouldn't let me. Then we talking. Don't give me no inside. I wanted to guard him. Just from him to us. I mean, come on, man. Come on. Dogs in this league, I don't care what the coach call. Kohu, man, get over there, man. I got this side. Get over there. Real dogs gonna have Fangio up in that booth. What is X doing? What he want to do? What you should be doing? And then when X, and you got guaranteed money, fool. And then when X get in that locker room and they got a problem with it, come see me. And I'll make a scene in the locker room and my teammates gonna back me because we were getting scorched all freaking day. Now say something to me in front of my teammates. knowing you wrong. Knowing you wrong. X, we need you to do your job and get in position where we asked you to be. I am in position. We getting scorched. It's my job to take him. Figure it out. I'm on Diggs. Figure out the rest of the defense however you need to. I'm on Diggs. You got a problem with it? Sit me. And let's see what happens. And you know what Mike McDaniel going to say. Figure it out. You know what Mike McDaniel going to say to that. He goes straight up, figure it out, Fangio. Because he right. And you know what? He ain't going to lose that locker room because everybody in the locker room would know he right. But who going to step up? Who real? And let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. We ain't got no real dogs on this team. We ain't got no real dogs on this team. Just confirm y'all asking Xavier Howard to go AWOL and ruin the entire chemistry of the defense. First of all, K-Flex, and what chemistry are you talking about? Did you just see what happened the last 4 weeks? Go really look at what happened with this defense the last 4 weeks. Been absolute. What chemistry? What chemistry? Matter of fact, Xavier Howard going AWOL will bomb this defense. What chemistry? What's this mysterious chemistry, bro? Are we not watching the same game? The man done got his guaranteed money. What they gonna do? You can't trade him with the way he been playing. I agree, bro. It is all on Fangio. But who gonna step up and call him out? At what point is it okay for a player to call a coach out or go AWOL because they know what's best? These coaches ain't putting these players in the best position to succeed, not on defense. Not on defense. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. And you know what, bro? I'm going to give you this, Flex. If he don't want to buck up against, go AWOL, at least show me some passion on the sideline, getting up in them coaches' faces, demanding it. At least, because if they did, we would see it on film. You know we would. At least get on that sideline and voice your opinion like these real passionate players out here that want to get it done. At least do that. At least do that. And let's get something straight, bro. X did his job because they never needed to target him. But the last 3 weeks, X done got toasted for 3 weeks in a row. X been getting toasted for 3 weeks in a row, bro. So for us to say he did his job this week, no, there was no need to even target him. They just picked on the weak link. And the sad thing is the weak link was against their best player. So X did his job. That's subjective. He had a day off. All he had to do was go jog with a player. I wonder how many times they truly targeted his guy. X got toasted against the Chargers for sure. The last 2 weeks, I thought our defense played good. They didn't play good at all. Mac Jones was ripping up and down the field. Luckily, now in the red zone, we would stop them more. But they were moving Mac Jones. They made Mac Jones look like a solid quarterback. If you really look at the game that we played him, Mac Jones put up numbers right there with Tua. And last week in Denver, I don't know if we're watching the same game, but for the first 2.5 quarters, Russell Wilson was balling. But when the game got out of reach because of all them fumbles by the people he was throwing to, thanks to Javon Holland only, after the game got out of reach, that's when our defense looked good because it's out of reach. Now we ain't got to worry about the run. It's an obvious pass situation. We know what's coming. Now we can make plays. We didn't play good defense against no Broncos. It just looked like it in the middle of the third and the fourth because game was over. Now we could pin our engines back and have fun. Russell Wilson was looking like the old Russell Wilson in the first 2 quarters of that game. Talk about a guy who could barely do anything for the last year in the NFL. Hold on, man. Russell Wilson, 23 of 38. Now, you should go see what his stats were by the beginning of the third quarter. He was like 80% completion, 306 yards, a touchdown, and 1 interception. And we know when that happened, late in the game. And that 1 touchdown, he got them down there by the red zone about 4 different times. They fumbled twice. The man put up 306 yards on our secondary. Tua had 309. It's just we didn't turn the ball over, and Tua had 4 touchdowns. No. Triple H, you're missing the point. It's not the points given up. It's how easy Denver went down the field every time. The defense gave up 13 points because Javon Holland punched out 2 fumbles right in their scoring territory. They were easily going down the field. Twice punched the fumbles out. And that's good defense for the overall defense, but come on. All right, don't worry about it. I don't know what Xavier Howard's PFF grade is, but let's take a look. We ain't got to argue. Let's hear from somebody else. I don't know what his PFF grade is, but let's take a look. Let's look at the team. Matter of fact, we'll start with Xavier Howard. Let's take a look. I know I ain't tripping. He been trash. He been trash this year. Not he been shaky. He been trash this year. Xavier Howard been trash. And I've been telling y'all, let's go ahead and get them draft picks 3 years ago. All right, here we go. Let's see. Roster. Let's go straight down there. No, well, we locked. See, hold on. Let me take this off. When I clear my cache, I signed out of everything. So I got to sign back into PFF. Give me a second. Man, now I got to go to my password book because I change them every month. All right, here we go. I think I'm in now. K-Flex to say I'm praying X grade high. Bro, I don't know what it is, but I'm telling you, bro. You might want to leave God out of this one. I don't want him to be I don't want him to disappoint you. All right, let's go to Xavier Howard. All right, Xavier Howard is the 81st out of 109 cornerback in the league, and he got a 53.5. Man, you can't make this up. Man, y'all stop. Y'all stop arguing with me. This man got a 53.5. His pass rush grade is the only thing good, which means they must have sent him on some blitzes or something. He got some pressures. His coverage grade is a 50.3. He's 92nd out of 110 corners. 92nd. 92nd. Run defense 60.2. 53rd out of 96 cornerbacks. Y'all stop. Come on now. Come on, man. No, we're going to go deeper. Let's go deeper. Yeah, let's go deeper. Let's go deeper. What's Kohu, TD? I'll check it out in a second. Let's just get it. Finish X up. Let's finish X up. I want to know how many times he was targeted yesterday, honestly. Let me go down to Xavier Howard. All right, let's get in some of the raw data. Snaps by position, defensive grade chart. Let's go defense. All right, here we go. Actually, they got him good in Buffalo. They got him 78.6 yesterday. Let's see how many times. Let me see how many times he was targeted. And like I said, yesterday, they didn't really come at him. Coverage. He was targeted two times yesterday, and he gave up one reception. He was targeted 2 times the whole game. What I tell you? Now look at all the other weeks, 5 and 6 times. The man was targeted 2 times yesterday. What did I tell you? That's why I said from the get-go, and when you said X did his job yesterday, yeah, because they ain't come at him. They didn't come at him. They didn't need to come at him yesterday. He gave up 1 pass for 8 yards. That's why it was a great day. That's why it was a great day. The first 3 weeks, teams didn't care. They were targeting him 5 and 6 times. No, I know it's not his fault, but you're going to use yesterday as a reflection of X is playing good? That's all I'm saying. Go look at the other weeks when they actually target him. They didn't avoid X. Why would I need to come to X if I got a massive mismatch over there? Put it like this. If TD was on the field playing for Xavier Howard, Kohu would have had a high grade yesterday. Because they would have came at TD 15 times. If TD was playing for Xavier Howard yesterday, Kohu would have had a high grade. They would have targeted Kohu 1 time. Hopefully that explains to you what I'm trying to tell you. If I was on the field, Kohu would have a high grade. Yeah, Kohu is straight trash, but he would have had a high grade. They would have went after me all day. No, don't tell me that's not true. You got a guy that's 6'2", 248 pounds out there at corner. Don't tell me it's not true they wouldn't have threw the ball my way 20 times. Stop it. I'm not missing the super chat. I'm going to get to them. I like to do them in segments now because it kind of interrupts what we're doing. And maybe this is a good time to hit them. Let's not act like we didn't get worked last few years in some games too. I agree. It's one game. And again, Fangio ain't on field missing tackles and getting mossed. I don't want to hear this Fangio ain't on the field missing tackles and getting mossed. You put these players in the best position to make the tackles and not get mossed. And then you blame them. You cannot sit here and tell me if Javon Holland wasn't over there helping Kohu for the most part of the day, that it wouldn't have at least minimized the bleeding. We would have still bled, yes, but it would have been better. You ain't even got Javon Holland over there helping to secure these tackles. He over there helping Xavier Howard. And that whole, let's not act like we didn't get work last few years in some games too. Yeah, but the problem is we're getting worked the exact same way every time. When teams play those 2 coverages, we get worked. What coverages are those? Cover 2, sink the linebackers deep. We get worked. Cover 2, man press coverage, we get worked. All these other stupid teams around here playing this loose zone, and we out here looking like the best team on turf. And we getting fooled by that. And that's the problem I have. We not going to act like we didn't get work last few years in the same games too. So don't tell me it's one game. Every year it ends up being 1, 2, 3, or 4 games. Every year. And those games are the exact same type of defense exposing us. Jose, what would have been a good counter for the Bills? You know what, Jose? That's the issue. Do we have the personnel on offense that can run a counter? What you supposed to do against that type of coverage? You're supposed to go into a pro-style system. Pro-style system. Power run game, one receiver to the right, one to the left. You're supposed to work the one-on-one matchups. How do you work one-on-one matchups? You go to a pro-style system and you start taking advantage of the comeback routes. You notice this team don't do any routes outside the numbers, excuse me. When you get man coverage, you got to go into that gritty, grimy football, your comeback routes, and then when they start trying to jump the routes, now you start building in double moves and taking shots deep on the sideline. You run deep crossers with a slot. You use 3-man receivers with 6-man, 7-man protection. And you work them boundaries and you work the crossers. We got guys who can work the crossers, but the problem is we don't have a threat. We don't have the boundary threats on the comebacks because now we're asking Tua to throw those long outside the number footballs. And you know what they're going to do against Tua on those. They're going to jump every one of them because they don't think in a pro-style system Tua going to heave it deep every time. They're going to start jumping those routes. And Tua got to anticipate it, and he don't know what the defender going to do. Sometimes he'll get him. Sometimes it'll be a pick. Super Bowl teams don't get blown out like that. Facts. I heard Omar Kelly said X asked Fangio to let him guard Stephon Diggs, but he said no. Nah, see, I don't agree with that either because I saw once the bleeding got too bad in the third quarter, late in the third, I saw X over there in Stephon Diggs' face. Now, mind you, they went to the other way and Gabe Davis caught a touchdown on that exact play. Gabe Davis caught a touchdown on that exact play. We'll see it on the All-22. He did guard Stephon Diggs late in the game before everybody was taken out. TD, taking his ex told you so tour. I ain't got to take an ex told you so tour, but I was making common sense 3 years ago. I said, you're about to give this man big money, who's always hurt, by the way, but let's just take the injuries out of the occasion. You about to give him big money knowing that we're going to be rebuilding for the next 2 to 3 years. So the prime of his contract is going to be a rebuild. And they did it. And what did we do after we gave him his big money when Flores didn't want to? We were rebuilding for the next 2-3 years, all the way to the point to where he said, I want even more money now. And now you said, all right, we gave him more money. And now it's not, you're going to use his, see, Xavier Howard's prime was during our rebuild. That's why I told y'all we were going to trade Laramie Tunsil. Because I said, why are you going to have a left tackle coming fresh off his rookie deal, his 4 prime seasons, and you're going to pay him money just to rebuild? We're going to trade him. Oh, you're an idiot. We're not trading Laramie Tunsil. We traded him. And I thought that we would be smart enough to do the same thing with Xavier Howard when his trade value is at its highest point, because you're about to rebuild in his 3 prime years. He just proved that he's an elite corner in this league for 4 years. Now you're going to give him 3 years of the prime block. And he may get better, but when you look at the probability of cornerbacks, I'm not looking at Xavier Howard. I'm looking at all cornerbacks in history. The best you're going to get is the next 3 years. After that, it goes downhill, unless he's one of those rarest of rare. And I don't think he is. And 3 years later, you gave him even more money. Why? Because Byron Jones didn't work out. So you had to. So you brought in Ramsey. And now, last year and this year, you're not getting your money worth. Last year and this year, you are not getting your money worth. And that's self-admitted by Xavier Howard, knowing he had a bad year last year, saying he's going to come back and prove people wrong this year. Well, I'm sorry. For 3 games, you have been a bum. And last game, good job holding down your side, knowing you got an advantage and they barely going to come to you because you know you got scrubs on the other side that's about to get ate by Diggs. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Hey, TD, just got here, but I saw on Twitter Liam had a pass block grade of 4. Is that true? I have never seen a number that low before. We about to find out. We about to find out. We about to find out. And some of y'all better be careful what you ask for. Y'all out here talking about we need Ramsey back. Soon as Ramsey come back, guess who they going to be targeting? Guess who they going to be targeting? Xavier Howard. Xavier Howard. And already, at this point, I already know what to expect. See, I've been told y'all for the longest. Xavier Howard is the type of guy that will get burnt all game and then he get that one pick in the third quarter and y'all, oh, X balled out today. X balled out today. He is no longer the X of old. He is no longer the X that used to be, ladies and gentlemen. And I know a lot of us love him, but let's be honest, he's not. I promise you, X not going outside like Kader. Man, K flexing, bro, I'm telling you, bro, you know this better than anybody because I'm about to say a name and it's probably going to make you mad. But let's be honest, bro. You know this better than anybody. I don't want the Dolphins to do with X what happened with Rashad Jones his last few years. We gave Rashad Jones that big old contract. He basically, to me, with injuries, sat 3 years and got paid $20 million each one. He didn't go out sad, but at the same token, we did not get the value of that contract. G5, hey, he that dude, though. I love Rashad Jones, and he deserved getting it, but we didn't get the value of it once he got it. That last deal, what was it, like a 5-year, $100 million almost? I knew he was getting like $20 million a year. But let's not do it like Rashad Jones and not get our money worth. Oh, no question. Rashad Jones was a beast. I'm talking about that very end of his career where he kept getting, the injuries. You say X ain't going to go out sad like that? I could see we setting it up just like Rashad Jones. Shame on us. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. All right, man. Let's get into some of these grades, man. Xavier Howard, hey, I'm just saying. All right. All right, let's see. Should I go back to the Dolphins or pull up individual players? At this point, what can we do with X, though? There is no doubt in my mind he is gone at the first chance we have to get rid of him. We can't. You're right, bro. There's nothing we can do. But this is why I was crying so loud the last 3 years about it. 3 years ago, you will never have a higher trade value for him. Trade him now. Oh, you done lost your mind. I'm telling you, please get the first round pick. We didn't do it. The very next year, you will never have a higher value than now. We didn't do it, and he was bad. And now I don't even say trade him. You'll never have. We can't trade him. We can't trade him now. Now you got to live that contract out. I'm telling you, they're going to try to get off of it next year. They're going to try to get up off of it next year. and he gonna go to another team and watch. He gonna give another little push in a new system. He gonna ball out. He gonna give a little push. He need a new scenery anyway. Truth be told, he need to be up out of Miami anyway, and y'all know why. They need to send him to Seattle. He need to go to Washington State or something. X need to get up out of the MIA. X out here living, boy. Ain't no question about that. It's probably, and that could, truth be told, that's probably that could be what it is anyway. That could be what's messing with him. When you really think about it, all the allegations, if half of that stuff is true, he dealing with a lot. He dealing with a lot mentally. If half of it's true, he's dealing with a lot. I mean, when you go listen to the stuff that the last 2 years been coming out, if it's true, then he dealing with a lot, and that stuff can be bothering him, or just that's where his mind is always at. For real, for real. I could only imagine you like, man, I think I got 4 kids on the way at once, or 2 or 3. Like, a lot of stuff. So he probably just need a new scenery and he can get back to focusing on football. That could very well be the situation. Anyway, here's what I'm gonna do. Let's go back to the Miami Dolphins roster. Y'all want to look at the whole roster, or y'all want to pick specific players? Do y'all want to look at the whole roster? Do you want to pick specific players? Y'all let me know in the comment section. Specific roster. Give me some more input in the comment section. How much time you got? Maybe an hour. Because here's the thing. We're going to end up having to go through individual players anyway. Like some of them, y'all want to see their detailed stuff. Let's go through the roster, and then we'll pick players as we go, and we'll go into their individuals. Because some people we don't want to waste our time and go into, okay? All right, so do y'all want to start at the top with Tua? Do y'all want to start at the top with Tua? We'll get to some of these other guys, y'all. Man, all y'all naming specific players. All right, give me a position group. Where do y'all want to start? O-line, D-line, quarterback, running back, receivers, linebackers. Tell me what position group, because I want to knock out position groups at a time. Or do we start from the top? Hurry up. Let me know in the comment section. Top or position? O-line, 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 O-line. Listen, all right, y'all want to do O-line. Let's do it. All right, so let's start at the top. And Durham Smythe out here looking bad too. Anyway, forget all that. All right. Connor Williams, again, he didn't play this week. Liam Eichenberg is the worst center in the NFL. Lord, geez. This man got a 36 out of 36. He is the dead last. So let's look at Liam Eichenberg's grade. He's a 24.4. His pass, oh my Jesus. His pass blocking, oh. Thank you for the super chat, bro, because I can't, this is motivation to do this. I can't take what I'm seeing. Good morning, TD Fans Up. Thank you to all those who donate to the channel. Oh, my Lordy. 24.4, a 10.6 pass block rating, a 33.3. But I told y'all before the game, Ed Oliver is going to destroy Eichenberg. I told y'all that on Bleacher Report. I said, man, these inactives that came out, this is concerning. Eichenberg playing center and Ed Oliver's. Oh my gosh, this might be a bad day. Let me type in Liam and look at the detailed report. Oh man. Oh, Liam, you just been bad all around. Sit him back at guard to suck. At least he can pass block at guard. Now look at this Denver one. Got him looking like a great pass blocker at center in Denver. But again, it was the Denver Broncos. That's what I be talking about. Oh, 4.2 pass blocking. Jeez. Cut him today. Jesus. Second round pick, and you traded up for him. Use assets, Greer. Chris Greer, you and your scouting department decided to trade draft capital to move up to get this man. What a failure. Chris Greer, you sometimes you are so bad, and then you'll go spend whatever little money we got left and go get a guard or a center, and then Chris Greer's the savior. No, he's bad. He gotta stop spending all this money just to cover up his badness, man. Y'all know how many draft picks and money we would have if he just hit the first time? Oh my gosh. Y'all give me another name right away. Let me get this man on my screen. Give me another name right away so I get this man on my screen. Ridiculous. We on the O line right now. We'll get to Kader Kohu, man. All right, you know what? Let's just go Isaiah Wynn. Isaiah Wynn. We're gonna move down that whole O line. This was the worst game of his season. He had a good one yet. 51.6. 57.5 pass blocking and 47.2 run blocking. Just trash, man. It ain't Eichenberg trash, but it's trash. That's your left guard. Let me tell y'all something. We could actually lose a lot of games if we don't fix our interior O line. Because a lot of times what also disrupted Tua is because the pressure was coming up the middle. See, when it's coming from the right, he can go up the middle or move left. If it's coming from the left, he can go up the middle or move right. When it's coming from the middle, Tua is dead in the water. He's not one of those guys that's got that agility to shake people and do all of that typically. Not consistently. When that pressure's coming up the middle, and that's a problem. And now knowing that you're going to have Teron Armstead out too, that's a whole side of the offensive line that's just trash. You don't think the Giants finna be attacking that? The one thing the Giants do is send a relentless rush, and they send 5 on every play. Well, not every play, but you know what I mean? They like sending 5. Luckily, they play that raggedy zone, so we're going to still get the ball out quick, and that should help. Let's go to the next one. All right, Lester Cotton has a good grade, but let me see how many snaps that represents. 12 snaps. 12 snaps. Well, let me look it up because was that this game? Because maybe he might be the answer. Was that this game? Nope, that was Denver. Never mind. Thought we had hope. Robert Hunt, 68-2. Let's see how he did in this game. Come on, Hunt. Hold us down, bro. Hold us down, bro. Please be the one. Please be the one. Oh, my Jesus. Buffalo just ate us alive. And you know why? It starts to be a ripple effect down the line when it's so bad. It starts to become a ripple effect. It starts to become a ripple effect. Robert Hunt was a 48.5, 50 pass block 54.6, and run block 53.4. And you know what is funny? In that game, I kept seeing Robert Hunt run past his assignment to the second level. Like I'll be like, Robert Hunt, you're supposed to take that guy if you're pulling. And he go to the next level, and then he look back like, oh crap, I came around too fast or something. Robert Hunt, somebody said Robert Hunt is fine. I don't know. Robert Hunt is a good guard, but sometimes your line could be so bad. Your line could be so bad. See, what some people don't realize too is sometimes schematically, you'll take your best offensive lineman, which shockingly after Armstead went out was Robert Hunt, right? Sometimes you'll let your dogs eat up them bums one-on-one on the outside and stuff, and then you'll send the blitz towards your best person. And if you get them to collapse, everything collapses. I can't wait till we look at the film together. We got to see how this goes. He did get one penalty, and it was his first penalty of the season. Oh, man. Yeah, I like Robert Hunt, of course. He's good. Let's keep it going. Kendall Lamb. All right, let's see in this game. Let's see how that went. He might have been the best one on the team, and it still wasn't great. It was just average. Pass blocking was solid though. Kendall Lamb at tackle, but it was also not as many. I don't think it was as many plays, was it? Yeah, it was. Hold on, something ain't adding up. Kendall Lamb played 43 freaking snaps. That's a lot at tackle. That don't make sense. Did Austin Jackson not play a lot of reps or something? Because Teron Armstead was in for a large portion of the game, right? 43 snaps almost feels like you played. Hold on. I feel like that's like playing almost the whole game. Y'all give me a second. See what's going on here. Tua through. Let me go to the box score. Tua had 35 passes and there were 19 rushes. Oh, 54. So he only didn't play 9 plays. That's weird. I know Armstead didn't play 9 plays and then he was done. How did he play 43 snaps? Did Austin Jackson? Was Armstead injury that early where he only played 9 snaps? Let's go look at it. I didn't know that. It felt like it was later in the game when Armstead went out. All right, let's look at Armstead. It's like it felt like Armstead played more than 9 slaps. He had to play more than 9 snaps. Teron played 22. So he had to get some on Austin Jackson's side. And like I thought, Teron Armstead wasn't good. He did do well in pass blocking, but overall run blocking, he was trash. He wasn't doing very well either. The Bills literally killed our run. This is what let me help y'all understand something. This is why you got to stop listening to the casuals. We should have ran the ball more. We were trying to run the ball. They were destroying it. Like we would get max 3 yards sometimes. They always put us in a pass situation. On early downs, they didn't give us much in the run game. Outside of the first 2 drives, we might have got a little something here and there. So yeah, we need to figure out what's going on here with this snap count. Let's look at Austin Jackson. He the last one. 65 total. What am I missing here? Tua threw the ball 35 times. We had 19 rushes. That's 54 plays. Austin Jackson must have played like field goals and everything or something. Something's not adding up. No. My bad. That's on me. Wait, hold on. Something ain't adding up. Am I reading this wrong or something? 65 total. Started. I have to look into that, see why the number. Okay, 47 pass blocks, 18 run blocks. Why is there 47? That's why. Okay, I get it now. Austin Jackson was the one that played the whole game because Tua. Did we bring our backup quarterback in? Did our backup quarterback come in? Oh, punts too. Okay, that's including punts, field goals. I don't know. I mean, I guess it adds up. I guess it all adds up. Okay, it's all making sense now. But Austin Jackson played the best football of every offensive lineman. Austin Jackson. And I ain't gonna lie, I saw him over there fighting, but he's still been trash this season. Austin Jackson played, but you know what? Just like Xavier Howard, were they attacking Austin Jackson's side? Nope, they were attacking that right side. They were attacking that side with the guard in the center. They were not attacking Austin Jackson's side. I don't recall them sending many blitzes or anything over there. All right. O-line is done. Austin Jackson, the only one that can chill for today. All right, y'all want to go to Kader Kohu, man. Y'all want Kader Kohu that bad. Kader Kohu has a PFF grade of 63.5. So let's see how much that one game impacted him. Wait, did I spell it wrong? ER, yeah. I put AR. Kader Kohu. They said this man ain't played a game yet. Oh, this says offense. Let me switch to defense. My bad. That's why I was going to say, is that bad? Jesus. He took 58 snaps. He was a 29.1 defensive grade. Tackling 23.2. Coverage 28.7. Oh. Only thing he did something in was the run defense. He does not belong on the boundary. He needs to be in the nickel or worked out at safety. And that's the type of safety that Brandon Jones is playing in the box. But this system doesn't do that, so it doesn't matter. He belongs in the slot. Nothing more, nothing less. This is just bad. Let me see. All right, man. I gotta go in these trenches. I want to go look at this D line. Let's look at the D line. Let's start out with Bradley Chubb. Let's start out with Bradley Chubb. Let's start out with Chubb. I'm starting to think that's why we put up 70 on Denver, because we were mad they sold us a bill of goods. Bradley Chubb, 61.9. Bradley Chubb's been bad this season. He's had one good game versus New England. One dominant game. Outside of that, he's been trash. And that one game got him looking like average. It got his overall numbers looking average. It's just ridiculous. Let's go to Ogbah. Look at all this money. Look at all this money that we out here paying. Ogbah super trash yesterday. He been super trash all season. One good game versus Denver, and find me somebody who didn't have a good game against Denver. Well, Bradley Chubb didn't. Oh my gosh. Well, maybe he did. Let me go back and look. Nope, he was the worst. Oh, 45. Jeez. Man. Oh my, look at all this money. You gave Bradley 20 a year. Ogbah getting 17. That's 37 million and ain't getting nothing to show for it. Let's keep going. Matter of fact, even though Phillips ain't played, let's look at him on the season. Jalen Phillips. Jalen Phillips, trash too, especially in Denver. How we dominate Denver. And y'all talk about the defense played good in Denver. Y'all but start listening to me. Look how bad these guys were. First round pick, where he getting like 8 million or something like that, maybe. I got to do this tally. So now we're at about 45 million on the O-line. Let's go to Sieler. 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 Yeah, we at 45 million right now. More trash. What was Sieler's new contract? What was Zach's new contract? Let me look it up real quick. All right, Zach Sieler contract, 3-year, 30 million, 10 million each. So now we at 55. Let's go to Wilkins. Let's go to Christian Wilkins. He want the bag. Wilkins had a good day. Wilkins had a strong day, and he's having a above average season, which ain't worth the money that he asking for. He's having an above average season. We'll leave Wilkins alone because he still ain't making the money he should, but it sure ain't over 20 million. Matter of fact, I'll be up in the room talking about, hey, Christian, we still got this 15 million for you per year. Sieler ain't trash. I ain't say he was trash. I said he playing like trash, and he is. And I ain't got to stop over dramatizing nothing. He playing like trash. He playing like trash. I like Sieler. I've been advocating for him for the last 3 years. And I've been telling people he played just as good as Christian Wilkins. But right now, this season, he playing like trash. Get over it. Stop ignoring the facts. He playing like trash. Let me give you the snapshot again. Let me give you the snapshot. 61.4, and you just got a little bag. No, this ain't $10 million a year production. We were just paying you $3 million a year for better production than this. Trash. Look at the pass rush grades. This is why we got an issue on this team. We ain't got no pass rush, especially in the interior. You see how Ed Oliver impacted the game yesterday? Matter of fact, man, even though he got hurt. Hold on, man. What's Ed Oliver name? Yeah, Ed Oliver was trash yesterday. I gotta watch this film now. I gotta see how that happened with Liam Eichenberg in front of him. Raekwon Davis. Raekwon actually only 23 snaps. He was solid. His pass rush was trash. Run defense and tackling was real good. Pass rush was trash. Raekwon just can't get it together, y'all. Somebody said do Josh Allen. Why? He had a perfect grade, I'm sure. Oh, I'm in the wrong thing. Compare Allen to Tua. Nah, we're not gonna do that. We already know Tua didn't have a good grade yesterday. Offense. Josh was a 91.1. $91.1. All right. Anybody else y'all want me to look up before we start getting into some of the film? Andrew Van Ginkel. Yeah, how did I forget him? Here he is. Van Ginkel, strong day. Run defense wasn't great. Coverage wasn't great, but tackling and pass rush, again, pretty much led the way on the team. Strong day. He's having a heck of a season. Y'all want me to do David Long and Jerome Baker? All right, I got you. Oh, I got picked a cornerback. My bad. Here he is. David Long. Super trash yesterday. Pass rush was solid, but super trash all across the board. Gosh. Baker. Jerome Baker. Better than David Long, but still bad. His tackling was good, but run defense and pass rush just horrible. Coverage horrible. Defense overall below average. Holland. Poor day from Holland. Only his run defense. His coverage was terrible, tackling and defense. Holland had a bad day. Bad day. Matt Milano. I'll look so you can compare. Achane, I'll get him next. Matt Milano had a good day. His run defense was trash, and his pass rush was trash. Tackling average, but his coverage in the secondary was really good because, again, they were covering our receivers. They weren't using him in the capacity that they usually use him, all up in the box, stopping the run. They were focused on the pass, and that's the game plan. Achane. Let's go offense. Achane was phenomenal once again. 80.6 grade. His run was a 90 grade. His pass was a 63.2. We already did Xavier Howard at the beginning. Anybody else before we dive into film? Anybody else? Speak now, forever hold your peace. Brandon Jones. All right. Let's see here. There's 3 Brandon Jones in the NFL. All right, let's go with defense. Trash. Tackling was one of the worst in the league. Run defense, terrible. Coverage, 65-6, which was actually average. So that ain't as bad in coverage. Defense overall, 60.1. Just can't put it together. Mostert, ugh. Offense. Just horrible. Run grade, obviously, with 2 turnovers, is terrible. Pass blocking was excellent. Passing game was bad. And offense, 43-4. All right, it's Tyreek Hill and Waddle, and then we're done. Tyreek and Waddle, and then we're done, y'all. Tyreek Hill had a average day. 66 grade, passing grade 64, run grade 63, run blocking 60. And Waddle, same thing. Waddle actually had a good day. Waddle actually had a good day. That means, see, that's also indicating that these well, we'll see on film what I'll show y'all with Waddle. Because Waddle had opportunities open all day. We'll show that on film. This Waddle right here, this grade for Waddle, even though it didn't look like he did nothing, is a true representation that he was doing his job, but somebody else wasn't. And we'll see it on film of why that ball didn't get to him. All right, one more. Barrios. Since she act you. Barrios solid too. Receivers didn't even have bad games. We'll see it on film. We'll see it on film. All right, so real quick, guys. Let me see here. Video file. I will be right back in 4 minutes. I just need to go pay somebody who I think just arrived at my house. Lawn service. So I will be back in like 4 minutes. So y'all bear with me. Thanks for your patience. Let me get this up here. Okay. Yeah, thanks for y'all patience. I'll be back in like 4 minutes, y'all. Let me go pay this guy and just ask him a quick question, and then we'll get into the film study. Love y'all. See y'all in about 4 or 5 minutes max. I'm gonna play this countdown though, and then if it's a still screen, you know what I'm doing.
On the sidelines for a long time now, I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time now. I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. Sidelines for a long time now. I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time now. I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I
All right, y'all. Let's get it going. All right. Let me share screen here. Present. Share screen. Window. Miami Dolphins. All right. We're good. Let me get up here. I don't need to be on screen. Let me just go full screen. All right. Can you guys hear me? Yes or no? Because I don't need to be on screen. I can just narrate what we're trying to talk about. I just hate this brightness. Every time I watch all 22 now, it's just dark. It's like it gets shady. Like on my screen, it's light, but the playback is shady. All right, y'all can hear me. Let's do it. So let me hide this. First play of the game. Buffalo. Let's break it down. So we might just do like 2 drives. I'm gonna go as long as I can because I got somebody here doing some work. They might need my help, and then we'll revisit it later. But we'll go as long as I can. All right. All right. So first play of the game. They fake the handoff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 guys max protect. Just like we like to do. I told y'all that before. Buffalo runs a lot of max protect now, so their offense is going to be potent. And they got 3-man route, a guy in the flat and 2 guys running they deeper routes. And they're sitting down in the zone. This is interesting right here. Josh Allen, nowhere to go. He hits the flat, the last place, can't tackle. But they do get 2-3 yards. All right, next play. Ooh, hold on, let me go back. I hit it too many times. Look at Buffalo. Look at all 22. They might let me play back in full screen now. I ain't got to go in and out all day. Yeah, I like this. All right, next play. Same thing. 3-man route. Well, no, I often say same thing. It's the same play. Y'all give me a second. Did I miss the first play? Yeah, I did. First, my bad, y'all. Here we go. Let's start this over. 1st and 10. Trips to the right. Stephon Diggs trips up the right side. They're going to hand off on 1st down, run right up the middle on this defense. Second and 2. We already saw this play right here. This is the one where they ran and got the 1st down. So I thought it was 1st down. So they actually picked up the 1st on this. Josh being smart, not forcing it, just checking it down and letting the guy get the run after the catch. Now, here we go. 1st down. 2 to the left. We still in a raggedy zone, which we've run all season. And they run the ball. Good stuff on the play. 2nd and 8. Trips to the right, 1 to the left. Running back in the backfield. Sit down in the zone, take the easy stuff. I tell you all the time, Fangio's defense, you can take this easy stuff. All this cushion zone coverage. This is what teams run against us. That's why it's so easy. All right. Handoff, running the ball, getting more yards. They pick up the 1st down. They keep putting themselves in a 2nd and short situation. All right. 1st and 10. Almost midfield. Hand it off again. Patient running, but we only get 1 yard. Now, finally, we get a 2nd and 9, and we're sending a blitz. Holland comes downhill. We send 6. And Josh backpedaling and makes us pay. Now, we got to go over this play. This is a play you want to go over. This is a play you definitely want to go over. We sent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys on a blitz. 6 guys. And they picked up all 6 because they also dialed up 2-man route. 2-man route. Only 2 guys. That means the linebackers are irrelevant in this. They're looking for the running back out of the backfield, and he clips. Josh Allen keeps backpedaling, and you see a guy in the middle of the field wide open. Josh isn't going to make that throw right now because he's still backpedaling. He's looking over to the left at Diggs. But then you see another guy in the flat with some cushion to catch the ball and maybe make a run up the field. Josh now resets because he knows the play, and he knows he's about to hit him with the move. And Josh already threw the ball. He already threw the ball right before the break. So this is one of those anticipated plays, even in man coverage. Now, this is the man coverage right here off of your back foot. Look at the play that he made. Off of his back foot. And truth be told, we could talk about Kader Kohu getting smoked. But that was good coverage. What would you want him to do in that situation? We could talk about Kader Kohu getting smoked. But truth be told, that coverage right there, I'm fine with. Look at Kader Kohu at the bottom of the screen, stride for stride with Diggs the whole time. But great offense will always be good defense. Great offense will always be good defense. This is why, and look at the throw Josh Allen made off his back leg. All right, now we red zoning it. More zone coverage. And look at what Josh does. See, they actually ran a little wrinkle of what we like to do, but a different way. Stop right here. I want y'all to look at this wrinkle. Look at the stress they put on our defense. Pause right here. Look at the stress they putting on our defense. Jerome Baker, what are you doing? You're not going to the flat because the flat is technically wide open. But Bethel realizes, oh my gosh, if I don't stay with 20, because Bethel was headed to the flat. I want y'all to see this real quick. Look at Bethel. He's driving. Bethel's driving downhill. It's like he's about to head to the flat, but then he realizes, man, 13 ain't coming inside. He going outside. I got to follow him. It's too late now. And even if Josh Allen didn't throw it to Bethel, if he would have hit the flat, it would have been lights out anyway. Bethel back was turned, guy would have ripped up the sideline. This is just a straight up advantage, the plays they're calling against zone. And you wonder why we score so easy versus zone. It's the same thing. Put stress on one side of the football. We're making it as easy as everybody else make it for us. This is why you need to play more man coverage. Force them to be perfect. All right, next play. Here we go. Same thing for us. Now, I want y'all to notice on these first 2 drives, look at the zone coverage being played. Nobody following the crosser. They're in zone. Pause. Look at the 81 going on the wheel. Nobody following them. It's simple. That's all Tua got to worry about. Does anybody follow the guy in the flat? Nope. Throw it to him. If they follow the guy in the flat, hit Tyreek right away. That's all he got to worry about. It's his basic, simple offense. Same thing Josh Allen was just doing. Basic, simple stuff against zone. It's guaranteed. All you got to do is get the ball there. Another play. We might run the ball here. Fakes the handoff again. Let's go back and look at what's happening. Look at this. Same thing. Tyreek on the wheel. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. My bad. I ain't backing up enough. Tyreek on the wheel. They get out for that. They come up for the run, wide open. Tight end wide open. Just sit there. That's all they're going to do. And I don't like that. I like for him to keep moving, catch it in stride so he can be racing with the safety. But sit down, get it, go. Easy offense. And I'm telling y'all, watching that third drive, how they shut all that down. Next play. Handoff. 2 yards. Second and 8. Look at that. Hold on, let me go back. I want you to look at what Buffalo just did there. They're in zone coverage, obviously, looking like man. Safety came over and told them break out. Look at his zone coverage. Terrible throw by Tua on this play. But let's go back real quick. Let's take a look at this play. All right. So it's funny. It looks like man at the top and zone at the bottom, but it's all zone. They just did a good job matching it early. So look at the first read. Did they take away the first read on this play? Yep. He wanted that quick slant, but the linebacker's there and the wheel route is being guarded perfectly. So Tua has to come off that first and second guy over there and now come back. Look at that. Right there, he comes back. Usually Tua fires that ball up the seam. It'll be a tough throw, but I've seen him make it. He didn't do it this time. Instead, he took Mostert on the comeback and guy in his face, bad throw. But it was still caught. So in the stat book, Tua does good on his second and third progression on that play. That's what it's going to say. But it was a terrible ball that it was saved by Waddle after they took away the first read. Now they're in more zone coverage, fakes the handoff. As you can see, we're running a shallow cross. What is wrong with this? Pause right there. Tua hesitated. He wanted to hit the flat, but it's guarded. So now he gets to the next level of Tyreek Hill. This one, he does a very good job. Very good job. He climbs on this one. He goes the flat not there. The next one is Tyreek, and then the next one is the tight end. Tyreek was there. Very good job by Tua on that one. Next play, throws on the wheel. Just puts it out there. Not a fan of that one. Not a huge fan of this one. He did take his hot because the blitz was coming. So he couldn't wait on 17 to hit the seam in his zone. He got to take that wheel. And the problem was it was back shoulder. Another bad throw technically. Another bad throw on this one. Should have led him. It would have been a catch and a tackle, but it was back shoulder. He had to do a 360 to try to catch it. And that's what happens when pressure comes. So that's another misfire by Tua. But we do get a flag on the defense. I think that was like offsides or something. Next play. More zone coverage. And they jet sweep it. And we got the speed. And we get in the red zone. First and goal. Yeah, Jermaine, I didn't say he didn't make the right play, as it was just a bad ball he threw. He threw it behind and high. He could have just put it right in the right place. He would have caught it and got tackled right after. Touchdown, Dolphins. Touchdown, Dolphins. He had pressure. Yeah, I know. Making passes under pressure. Once again, remember Josh Allen backpedaling off of his back leg under pressure through that 30, 40-yard dart the digs outside the numbers. This is what it's about. What do you do when you got pressure? What do you do when everything ain't perfect in front of you? And so far, 2 misfires. But he also made some nice plays too. He also made like 2 real nice plays that I liked in this game so far. All right, handoff right up the middle, 2-yard gain. Let me back up. I think I skipped, and I shouldn't have. It's my bad. X is at the top of the screen on somebody I don't even know, some small little receiver. And Josh hits on the outside. This is all bad zone, just giving cushion, catch, tackle. 3rd and 2. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Xavier Howard at the top and man press. They hit the flat. And that time, Xavier Howard was on Diggs. Only when Diggs gets on that side of the field. And that's Trent Sherfield that made the play, and Bradley Chubb was in coverage. Trips to the right, 1 to the left. Josh Allen, more zone, quick hitters. It's too easy. Defense looks soft AF. Is that why Buffalo has success? Because we don't never talk about that when Dolphins running up and down the field and the defense is playing soft. We just think we the greatest thing on turf. More soft defense. Our defense is doing what other defenses do to us. Our defense in this game is obviously showing you what other defenses do to us and why it looks so easy, but they didn't do it. Big run right here. Just terrible. I don't even want to go over that. Yeah, they picking the weak side zone coverage. And why wouldn't they? More zone coverage right here. Diggs on a stagger. Josh Allen nowhere to go, but this is where you make plays when nothing's there. It's like Josh Allen is making almost every play when nothing there. That's 3 for 3. More stagger coverage. I don't know what the coverage is in. They ran the ball right up the middle. Third and 2. We know they're going to get it. Right up the middle. 1st and goal. And that's that scuffle I felt like we lost. More stagger cover. You got Bethel and somebody else. But they run up the middle. Touchdown, Buffalo. All right, 1st and 10, Miami. Another drive. Fakes the handoff. First read taken away. Beautiful. This is the one in the game that I told y'all I was impressed by Tua. You see what I'm talking about? This is what I need from him. Watch this play. You got man coverage. You see? First read, he looking at Waddle at the top. He hesitated, looking at linebacker, ready to pick him off. Linebacker dropping right in there. Good job recognizing that. And he pump fakes and doesn't do it. He comes off of it, goes back, he bounces back, looks at the Tyreek route, and it's a timing situation. Fires the ball before he even comes out of the break. Bam. You see, he did what he struggles in normally on that play. And that's what I need to see on a consistent basis. And as you see the rest of this game, you ain't going to see much more of that. You'll see it a few more times, but you'll see how many times we miss or we don't even throw it. So now watch this. I want to go back to that real quick, and I want y'all to notice when he throws the ball. Pause. Hold on, let me go back just a little. Pause right here. Does it look like anybody's open? Does it look like anybody's open? Yes or no in the comment section. Does it look like any Dolphin players are open? Well, there's one person wide open, but I ain't even finna go there. The guy in the flat is wide open, but I don't care. The guy in the flat is the only guy open, and I don't care that he didn't go there because sometimes you got to make the big boy throw. Nothing's wide open. So remember that nothing's wide open later when y'all sit around here talking about, yeah, where did you want him to go? Nothing's open. No, there's plenty places to go. You just got to make the big boy throw. And that's what he did. He made the big boy throw. If you know the play, make the big boy throw. And that's what he did. He put that ball with Tyreek because he knew the route was a comeback. And it was complete. Big game. So I don't want to hear nothing later. Well, where you want him to throw? There's plenty of people that technically open if you anticipate it. Good job on that play, Tua. Very good job. That's what I be looking for. I just wish we had more of it. Very good pickup by Ingold, but still, they were all over the run. Don't tell me we should have ran the ball more. We barely could run. We'd break one on rare occasions. Second and 9. That must have been the end of the quarter. Now they flipped it. Back to pass. Look at this. Now that was perfect. That was perfect. Y'all got to see this. Y'all look at this. 2 throws in a row. We're going to pause right here. Now, the only issue, again, in this offense is we're one read. You can't tell me we not one read. All of this is guarded. All of this is guarded, and he's going to wait until he feels like the guy can get open. Number 10, Braxton Berrios. Number 0, Braxton Berrios is wide open on the other side. But we already know where we want to go with the ball, even if it's good coverage. But he does make up for it by making a perfect throw. That's a perfect throw and a beautiful catch by Mostert. All right, next play. I formation. Play action. Oh, man, look at the seam. It's wide open. Y'all see that? But that ain't the route. And he goes to Tyreek, just bad throw. So I thought they run option routes where Waddle could have turned around, but I see what's going there. He made the right read, but just another non-good throw. I looked at the replay during the game. He would have been out of bounds regardless, even if he didn't get shoved out. No, the seam wasn't wide open because Waddle was running a post. No, let me see which side of the field Waddle came from, a corner or a post. I think he was in the slot, so it was a post. Scar 305 say he took too long to throw it. Yeah, I agree. He made the right read, but he didn't anticipate it. He waited for it to be open. But I don't blame him. And let me show you why. I don't blame him. He can't throw it to Waddle because Waddle is going to be hitting that corner. Okay. And Tyreek is the read here. This is where he has to sail it right here. But now he's cocking back. Now the ball is out and he gets hit. And now Tyreek has to wait, jump up. It's a timing thing. It should have been gone, you're right, about a second earlier. But it's all good. 2nd and 10. Man cushion. And when we run a screen, Braxton Berrios gets a few yards. Whoever. All right, here we go. All right, let's pause this. Let's look at the action here. All right, so they have man press coverage across the board except Braxton Berrios. He's the only one that is not man pressed. And where does Tua go? To the only guy who is not man pressed. See, I'm telling y'all, this is how it works. That's why when everybody is man pressed, do you see anybody truly open? Now that Tyreek Hill wheel route would have been pretty nice if he of a float up because he beat his guy. But hey, they give easy indicators where you should go with the ball. Single back, jet sweep, easy money. Touchdown Miami. All right. That was the right pass to Berrios. Yeah. I didn't say it wasn't. I said he was the only one that wasn't getting pressed. So we already know where we're going, to the one that's not getting pressed. Mm. All right, here we go. Now the game is a totally different game. Now we're in a totally different game. Not for us, but for them. Listen, I think it's best I start this part later because I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna start this part later. Third drive for Buffalo. We'll pick up where we left off later. I'll be back live later on today, and we'll go over the totally different game. It ain't different for them, but it's different for us. How their defense started playing us. We'll go over that later today. I'm 2 hours in. I think this is a good stopping point for right now for us. His name is oh Lord. But fins up, guys. We're gonna separate it. I hate that we're separating it because later people are gonna act like they Buffalo wasn't in this raggedy zone most of the time. But we'll go over it later. All right. 14-14. Now it's a totally different game for their defense. Total different game for their defense, not ours. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Please, CD, we got to see what happened offensively, how the Bills stopped us. We're going to go over it later. Once I get a block of about an hour and a half, 2 hours later, we're going to go over it, okay? I know y'all want it now, but we'll hit it later, okay? Keep your notifications on. All right. Find me, TDPHINSTALK, on Discord. You can find me on Discord. And that's you'll always get the notification on Discord. Okay? And we'll break down what happened from this point on. Because, ladies and gentlemen, for the next 9 drives for the rest of the game, we scored not 6 points. For the next 3 quarters, we scored 6 points. I didn't get it. So go find me on Discord, TDPHINSTALK. Go find me on Discord, TDPHINSTALK. Okay. Let me see how my name is lit. Yeah. TD space Fins, PHINS space talk. Find me on Discord. All right. Do we have to, TD? Oh, Lou, we got to go over this, Lou. We got to go over this. People don't want to see what's really going on with this team. See, the first 2 drives, you think we're a great team. But it's more so how Buffalo played us. And Tua in that second drive made 2 big boy throws that I loved. In that second drive, Tua made 2 big boy throws. Not only were they big boy throws, but one of the throws he came off of his first read. Now, he also had 2 trash throws coming off of his first read. So we'll see later. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. We'll chop it up. Once I get some free time, we'll get about an hour and a half, 2 hours. See y'all soon. Peace. I'm out.